I want to say thank you for my 400 subscribers. You guys are awesome, and some of you are new to probably this whole financial independence, retire early journey, and some of you probably been in the game for a while. But today I want to celebrate by showing you guys some YouTubers that I personally watch, and I'm not talking like the Ty Lopez's of the world, the people you all know. I'm going to talk about some small subscribers along with some big ones and some intermediate ones as well that you might not even have known existed in the real estate and passive income journey realm. So let's just jump right into Welcome back, passive income investors, to the subscriber party of the weekend. It's Saturday, and I got to go to work very soon, but I wanted to do this because I got 402 subs, and I wanted to honor this by honoring some of the people that inspire me that maybe you don't know. And like I said, I'm not talking about the Ty Lopez's, the Dave Ramseys of the world, none of those big Uber like Warren Buffett kind of guys. I want to talk about people you probably don't know, from small, medium, all the way up to large guys that I think might help you, especially if you don't hear them. So let me introduce you to some of my subscriptions, or the people I subscribe to, and these aren't in order in any way whatsoever. And we're just going to start with the HyperChange with 45,000, upcoming YouTube channel here that mainly is focused on the tech sector heavy, mainly stock focused as well. And this guy really does his homework, and I love the channels that do deep dives and kind of show you the ones and zeros of what is going on the back end of these companies. And obviously a very Tesla heavy focused company as well, but generally tech sector kind of investor, which you should definitely come and check out if you just want to hear the more deeper end of financial statements, especially when it comes to companies like the Tesla, which we're going to move into financial education, a generalist stock company where he generally focuses on his own stock portfolio, which he has a few $100,000 of as well. Not a dividend investor, but mainly an overall stock investor that I've been following for a very long time. He's currently one of the larger ones at 325,000 subs. And you can scroll through here and you can come check him out, which actually reminds me, there's one more channel that I didn't put on this list that I want to point out as well. But if you are into stock market investing, come check this guy out. He really shows his ups and his downs, which is something that I can truly appreciate. But before I forget it, and I don't want to go through this whole entire thing by missing this guy because I'll forget it by the end of it, but there's a channel called Minority Mindset. This is a channel that I also really recommend you checking out. It's another what I'm going to call a generalist YouTube channel about finance, not like focused specifically on stocks or any kind of specific investing, but he goes over everything from education, like you can just read here, like, is the stock market a scam, like really generalist questions if you are new to investing. I really suggest you come check this channel out. Another one of our larger ones, almost 500,000 subs, but absolutely love this guy. Come check him out and see what you can't learn if you don't know him already. Wealth Hacker, we're going to go into another generalist financial YouTube channel, nothing really heavy focused, but he goes from real estate, stocks, and just about everything, as we can see. His name is Jeff Rose, and this channel has about 264,000 subs. It's called a Wealth Hacker, and if you scroll through, you can learn a lot from this guy as well. And he kind of reminds me a lot of this guy over here, Phil Towns. Phil Towns, another generalist, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. But what I mean by generalist is just people that generally focus on the broader education terms of investing, like the Warren Buffett style investing. They kind of take out lessons and try and find ways to teach it. And Phil Towns does a good job at that. He's another YouTuber that kind of reminds me of Dave Ramsey, but he's on a whole nother spectrum. He's usually sitting at his desk, and he kind of plays out a lot of the general education rules you should know about finance. So if you don't know him, maybe check out some of his channels. But moving on to the more dividend, my kind of investing, we got PPCE in here, another up-and-coming channel with about 30,000 subscribers, and he only talks about dividend investing mainly, though he has had some investments in Bitcoin and things like that, but he mainly, 90% of his content, at least 98% of his content, is just strictly focused on dividends, what he's buying, and just doing deeper dives into companies, yield on costs and things like that. So definitely come and check him out. Then we have a channel that I'm not the biggest fan of, but I follow. I follow people I don't like either. Bruce Wang is another one of these generalist investors, because I don't want to be mean here because I haven't watched a lot of his content, but he doesn't do too many deep dives. I find he really kind of focuses on like the investment strategies and like the platforms like M1 Finance and things like that, and some of his own investment decisions when he's buying and selling stocks. But I find it's another one of these really kind of generalist things. So if you're kind of new to investing, you want to see how these work, things like Robinhood and things like just generally really investing at all, this is another good channel I would recommend checking out. A bit of a smaller investor to start, and he does a little bit with real estate. I think right now he's been buying homes, but definitely check him out. I have nothing against him. I love watching his channel, and I think it would help out anybody as well. I'm just not a big fan of the overall generalist. I'm starting to find myself gearing more toward the investing channels that do deeper dives and show more fundamentals of companies, because not a lot of people understand that. And once you get to a higher level in investing, all you really want to listen to is, are the numbers making sense? Does the balance sheet make sense? Are the people that are running the company know how to run the company? And if they don't, is the company going to go bankrupt? Could they run it into the ground? There's a lot you got to come into understanding. But if you're new to investing, here's another channel that I'd recommend a lot as well. And this is a channel that I'm going to give it a little bit higher of a grade rating, because the Munk Way is a channel I've been following long before I've even started doing YouTube videos about finance. And I think he does a really good job, not only figuring out like a good way of promoting finance on YouTube, but he's really to the point. There's no opinions, there's no emotion behind this. It's just straight his swing trades, things that he does, his portfolio, what his goals are. And I think if you're an intermediate to new investor, that you could learn a heck of a lot from this guy as well. Another really, really awesome channel to check out. And we're going to start getting into some more of the REITs in a sec here, guys, because I know some of you are probably real estate investors, but let's talk about smaller YouTubers. Here's a guy that I've been watching for a while, Christian Robert Investing. I like checking out the small guys because some of these guys have recently subscribed to me. So I usually, when people subscribe to me, sometimes, not all the times, but I'll see who's subscribed and I go onto their channels and see. And if they post videos regularly, I'll actually subscribe to them because I like checking out their content. I like supporting the community if they continue to support me. And I honestly think this guy's also one of these starting out YouTubers, and he's pretty awesome to check out and see his own kind of financial journey. And he comments a lot on my YouTube, so you're pretty awesome. So I'll give you a shout out here. And I had to throw Gary Vee in here. Of the larger YouTubers, when we're talking about like Ty Lopez, there's I know you know your own version of a Ty Lopez. There's so many of them today, but I honestly think Gary Vee is one of the best channels for motivation. It's not one of these channels where he's trying to shove a product down your throat like Ty Lopez does in every video. This is specifically, I find, like motivation. Like, it's just part of his personality to motivate people and do just interesting and fun entrepreneurial things. So in the heart of the entrepreneur's spirit, I think I'm going to put Gary Vee up here as a channel you should definitely check out. I don't watch his content all the time anymore, but I love checking out his trash talk. It's fun, where he actually goes on the street and tries to find things he can flip at garage sales. For a guy to be at his level, to be doing what he's doing, I have to give him a super big props, because I just don't see, like, you're not going to see everyone kind of gets complacent when they get money. You kind of get used to the things that you're used to doing when you have money, like Ty Lopez, like a Dave Ramsey. Like, they're just going to sit in their office. They're going to do their thing. They're going to do what's comfortable to them. But I feel like Gary Vee actually gets out of his comfort zone, and he hustles, and he loves hustling. And I kind of love that. I love the fact that he's relatable in that aspect. You know, he's not just hopping in a Lambo while he's getting this guy filming him. It's just he gets in a car with his crew, and they're just looking to do these simple, fun tasks to show people what's possible. So definitely check him out if you don't know the Gary Vee. And here's another awesome mid-class, or mid-scale, I should say mid-scale a YouTube channel called Ryan Scribner. Am I saying that right? Scribner. I don't know. I have a hard time pronouncing your last name. But I've been watching you for a very long time as well, coming up in the YouTube finance space. And he's somewhat of a generalist when it comes to finance education as well. But he has a really unique taste on it, I find. He's really in his own little realm. And I find he's a really intelligent investor. I love listening to his stuff. So definitely take a look at, he shows a lot of the different ways he makes passive income, not just off the stock market, which is something I think you should explore beyond as well. There's a lot better ways to make passive income than just in the stock market. So I like channels like this that can help you kind of break out of that bubble and teach you things not only about stock market investing, but other ways of passive means. Moving into the real estate aspect of things, we're going to take a peek at the Graham Stephan here. This is a channel you probably know well. If you haven't checked him out, he mainly focuses, I find he's heavy into the real estate. Most of his content is around real estate, but every now and again, he really gets into credit cards and trying to find better bank accounts. And this is another channel I would suggest you watch, just because now and again, you could learn something really interesting about credit cards, even hear the 5 most profitable savings accounts. Like, he always finds, I find he always pops out gold nuggets of truth that are very helpful to any investor. And this is my favorite current real estate channel of all time, because I've never seen anything like this in my life. This is called Concrete. I feel like this channel should be a lot larger than it is. It's weird to me how small this channel is for what this guy is doing. So this guy follows this uber rich older real estate investor who doesn't want to pay tax, who's constantly looking for deals and flips to make more money, and now he's trying to get into retirement. But this channel is just on another level. Like the amphibious car, the things this guy does and buys, and just his lifestyle is so fascinating. The podcast, everything about this channel, I feel like this should be an easy million subscribers, and it's just so underwhelmed right now. So I mean, I'm gonna throw this one some support. This one should be in the millions. Like this one should be well beyond Ty Lopez in my opinion, and like all of like Dave Ramsey. I can't believe this channel should be on like Vice. Like it should be on a freaking Spike TV show. Like you got to check this stuff out, guys. This is one that I'm definitely going to put up there if you are into real estate investing and you want to see how it works at the largest level, like the in-depth largest level. You're going to be learning math on like a level that most people never even get to witness unless you know these guys. So definitely check out this channel, guys. It's called Concrete. And I'm going to finish up by showing my other favorite large scale. But this guy starts falling into the Ty Lopez aspect of things, but the reason I like him is because he falls more into what I'm going to say is the Gary V aspect of things. I love the fact that he shows deals you just would never see unless you knew a guy like this. I don't like over promoting these huge guys because, you know, they're good, they're fine, there's no issue with these guys. Like they're going to be great no matter what, and we get what those guys are like, but we want something more relatable, in my opinion. You want to learn from these guys, but you want something that shows you where you're starting, which is why I imagine you sub to this channel, is because you want somebody that's a little closer to your reach. Like, I mean, $100,000 account, if you're new to investing and you don't have anything and you're just starting, like you can see how I achieved it, because again, I like when you can see how I can achieve it, it makes it more, probably seems achievable for you. And same for me when I'm looking at a guy that's got $1 million account. Now I can see how I can get there, and it's nice that we can work on this scale. So whether you're mid class, large class, or small class, you can enjoy every level of the investing journey. And I think it's a beautiful thing that we have going on here, guys. That's why I'm saying thank you today to the 400 subscribers. And if you want to learn more about real estate, you can check out Grant Cardone. This guy does really unique. He travels the world and looks at real estate, so we can definitely take a look and see what's going on. But yeah, guys, I can't say thanks enough. You make all of this possible. If you guys are into investing, especially dividend and growth investing and some other fun stuff, I find that there seems to be a real hole in the market for dividend investing. And I know there's a hole in the market, especially on YouTube and Google algorithms, because my videos that usually specifically focus around dividend stocks get more views. I find that on the other dividend investing channels as well, and because mainly a lot of you want to hear. I find sometimes my deep dives do well. I love looking into companies. So I mean, some of the deep dives do tend to do pretty well once in a while when I post them. But honestly, I think I'm mainly going to start focusing on dividend investing because, like I said, every dividend related video that I usually post tends to get a lot more views. Not that I'm trying to chase the views. I will make content that I enjoy making because that's what I'm mainly here for as well. But I like knowing that I'm making content that you guys would be interested in. So thanks for sticking around, guys. Stay cool. Stay awesome. I look forward to chatting you real soon.